Abusia, at this stage, it is safe to say UTAG is in disarray. Abusia, me say at this stage, it is safe to say UTAG being led by Professor Gyampo Abusia is in disarray. Abusia, me the image be beto so na me pa kyerɛ wo say at this stage UTAG no it is divided. Abusia, yɛn nyinaa yɛnim sɛ UTAG has been on strike for some time now. Na abusia, strike ni nyinaa no, a lot of the decisions and now say a lot of what is happening in the grapevine no, is say the UTAG strike no has been politically motivated. It has been politically motivated. Abusia, NDC any John Mahama and a Shasia Abusia, they are manipulating UTAG leadership to go on strike. Abusia, yemfa nokre ento dear eda. Let away every management of UDS. Abusia, lecturers are omo UDS. Almost say on the 18th of October, Abusia, omo they will no longer follow UTAG to go on a sit-down strike. Almost say on the 18th of October, Friday, Abusia, UTAG omo UDS. Almost say they are going to reopening the school. What the mamin kind just the first paragraph of letter no. Na me wia me ka kyerɛ wo say sa lecturers strike no is being championed by UTAG. It is being championed by National Executive Committee being spearheaded by Professor Gyampo no. Sa strike no, it has no basis and it is just politically motivated by UTAG and I say Professor Gyampo any NDC for. Abusia was say reopening of the 2024-2025 academic year. I say the management of the UDS wishes to inform all fresh and continuous students and the general public that the reopening date for the 2024-2025 academic year, which was postponed indefinitely, is now slated for Friday, 18th October 2024. Abusia, UTAG said the me say right now UTAG is in disarray. We have gotten to know say UTAG strike it is being politically motivated. As I speak to you, there is a new statement from a group within UTAG. Omo say the silent majority of UTAG. Abusia, is this not a form of disarray? Is this not a form of disarray? Abusia, this is why I said at this stage it is safe to say UTAG is in disarray. UTAG is in disarray. We have a group being spearheaded by Professor Gyampo, and we have a group who call themselves the silent majority. Omo say they are calling on the national executive to call up the strike. Abusia, UTAG omo UDS and so almost say they are reopening UDS on the 18th of October. This is a clear sign of chaos in UTAG, and this is brought on by Professor Gyampo. Abusia, sawuma NDC to tweak you around what this is what happens. If you allow NDC to trick you around what this is what happens. This is what happens when UTAG is being manipulated by NDC. When the National Executive Committee of UTAG, headed by Professor Gyampo, is being manipulated by NDC. Abusia, and then the first time you said to subscribe. And then the first time like video, and then the first time share na obiya hunubi. And then the other one say it is breaking news to say UTAG is in disarray. UTAG is in disarray. Say uko bebia UTAG members no campus bia is taking a decision on their own. UDS say they will be reopening school with or without a UTAG neck. Abusia, we have a group who calls themselves the silent majority of UTAG. Almost say they are calling on neck to a call of the strike and some other demands. Abusia, this is UTAG in disarray. And yes, say this is what happens when you allow a political party like NDC to tweak you around, to be dangling you on your on their fingers, just because they say Mwakwa Jiska, just because they say Professor Gyampo is speaking for the NDC. No, Munina, you tend to be following suit. Abusia, so we UTAG Nina, so we Shemia. Me say at this stage, UTAG is in disarray, and UTAG is being denigrated by Professor Gyampo leadership. UTAG is being denigrated by the National Executive Committee, Professor Gyampo Ekahun, because the guy we all know is politically tainted.